delayed have been fixed. Cryogenic and vibration tests, verifying its readiness for flight. On orbit aboard the International Space Station, Expedition 16 Commander Peggy Whitson.
I'm in the APFR. I tried moving back. It's a little bit challenging, but I might have to take one foot out, but I think I can do it.
And Flight Engineer Dan Tawney.
I'm on the Roma Golf.
That's a good copy, Dan.
Any 7 support golf, and this is a good one.
During which they successfully replaced the bearing motor roll ring module, also called the broom. The motor, located at the base of one of the International Space Station's solar arrays, drives the starboard solar wings as they tilt along their axis to follow the sun for optimal power generation as the station orbits the Earth. The spacewalkers also inspected the starboard solar array joint on the station's truss for debris contamination. That device causes the starboard solar wings to rotate in a paddle wheel-like motion to keep the arrays pointed toward the sun. Previous inspections revealed contamination and debris inside that joint. It was the 6th career spacewalk for both Whitson and Tawney. A new take on a popular piece of exercise equipment may improve the health of future astronauts. The device, built by a team of engineers at the Glenn Research Center, is the standalone zero-gravity locomotion simulator. It's a vertical treadmill that allows people to run while lying down and imitates what it feels like to exercise in weightlessness. It'll be used in bed rest studies managed by the Johnson Space Center at the University of Texas Medical Branch in Galveston. The goal is to develop better exercise protocols that lessen the harmful health effects of long-duration space travel. Ambassadors from more than 45 countries visited the Kennedy Space Center. The international dignitaries toured various locations, including the Space Station Processing Facility. The tour was part of the State Department's new Experience America program. Members of Washington, D.C.'s Diplomatic Corps are visiting cities and towns throughout the U.S. to learn more about American life outside our nation's capital. Langley Research Center Director Lisa Rowe led a NASA delegation to the State House in Richmond to participate in Virginia's Aerospace Day.
I'm Lisa Rowe. I'm Center Director at NASA Langley.
Rowe and astronaut Andy Thomas met with members of Virginia's General Assembly to highlight the contributions that Langley and the Wallops Flight Facility have made to the state's aerospace industry. Thomas also spoke with students about his career in space exploration. Together, Langley and Wallops provide 10,000 high-paying jobs and generate more than $1 billion for Virginia's economy. Further south, representatives from the Stennis Space Center visited the state capitol in Jackson to meet with legislators as part of NASA's Space Day in Mississippi. Stennis and its nearly 5,000 employees had an estimated impact of $839 million on Mississippi's economy in 2007, a 27% increase from the previous year. Veteran astronaut Mike Foale thanked Mississippi legislators for their continued support of NASA.
And so that the journey continues beyond Earth's borders, orbit, and on towards the moon and to Mars.
The Ames Research Center hosted regional participants in the 16th annual National Engineers Week Future City Competition. This year's contest focused on nanotechnology. Using SimCity 3000 software, each team of students created its own city and demonstrated how nanotechnology would help monitor its infrastructure. They then sculpted a tabletop model of their city from recyclables. More than 30,000 students throughout the U.S. were expected to compete in this year's contest. Steve Cook, the Ares project manager at the Marshall Space Flight Center, took part in a live, televised discussion with Huntsville area middle school students. WHNT-TV, Huntsville's CBS affiliate, and ETV, the city's educational channel, broadcast the one-hour event. Select students interacted with Cook through a digital learning network. Others emailed Cook questions about Ares NASA's launch vehicles that'll take humans back to the moon and later to Mars and other destinations. A half-century ago, Explorer 1 became America's first Earth-orbiting satellite. In Huntsville, the birthplace of the U.S. space program, Remembering Explorer was part of a gala celebration for the grand opening of the Davidson Center for Space Exploration. The gala also kicked off a year-long commemoration of NASA's 50th anniversary